So, okay. Now this is the company, the exact box that they sold me straight out of Power Sports of Kissimmee. I asked them when I went if there was a cheaper version of the factory one so I wouldn't have to spend so much money, you know? Just like any normal person, I have bills and they need to be paid. So, this is the original stator. Honestly, it was bad. Some way, somehow. I have no idea. You can take a good look at it and it pretty much looks exactly like the factory stator that I just put back in. And now this is the factory plug. As you can see, yeah, it's got its wear and tear from years of engine heat and stuff like that, but not one bit of warpage, not one bit of burn, anything. I mean, even the wires are still good, you know? So, literally, this is exactly how it came, minus the plug, obviously, and these little burn parts right here from the wire getting so hot. But this is exactly how the stator came. I mean, it looks real trashy, you know? It looks like garbage. It looks real cheap. I mean, look at these wires for the coil. They're all exposed. They're literally on top of the actual coils that conduct energy and heat. And then look at the sleeving compared to the factory one that they had. I mean, even the old factory one. I mean, just take a look at it. Look at the sleeving on this. Solid sleeves on each jacket. Now, this one is just plain old garbage. You know? And for some of you that say, oh, well, why didn't you check the rectifier? Well, for your information, I went and bought a rectifier from the same company originally to start off with because I thought it was the rectifier. Turns out it was not the rectifier, and turns out that just like anything else from the dealer, you get screwed. Even though the part was basically never used, the dealer said that because it's electric part, they are not taking it back whatsoever. So that's another $100 and some odd down the drain. So I go and I put my stock rectifier back in because that wasn't the issue. And obviously I figured out it was the stator. So here you guys go, the final product. Always go with, for electronic parts, always go with the OEM. Stator assembly, Suzuki. For those that need the part number, I guess, for any case, that would be from 2001 to 2003 Gsxr 600. So if you need that part number, there it goes. And if you're trying to avoid this piece of crap, this would be their part number. So, I don't know, man. You guys tell me. Has anybody else ever bought a Gsxr Motorsports Electrics? And if any case that it was a stator, did you have the same problem? And if it wasn't a stator, did you have any other problems? I mean, I would like to know personally, because luckily I have my neighbor, his brother, is suspension specialist for a motorcycle race team out here. And as soon as I literally talked to him and told him the issue, the first thing he told me was that if the stator was an aftermarket one. I told him yes. He said that was my problem. I didn't believe him at first, and hundreds of little burnt chips and plastic later, I have to believe him and take his word for it now. So, you know, guys, if you're going to buy something, at least buy the right part. Well, let me not say that, because this will probably be the only part that I buy factory. For electronical parts, let's just be serious. Electronical parts, there's always going to be an iffy thing about it. So let's just keep it factory. Unfortunately, the factory stator costs twice as much as the garbage stator. But I mean, literally, I had this thing for about a month and a half, and it fried and nearly fried my bike and the wiring. So, you know, in the long run, yeah, you wasted the money, but you also saved yourself a headache of going through this issue. You know, just get one more look at this. I mean, it's horrible, man. It's bad. Look at that. It's just burnt all around it. So, you know, guys, just be smarter about what you do with your bikes, especially if it's your own vehicle, your only vehicle. Unfortunately, I had sold my Civic. Uh, my turbo motor is right over there. For some of you that don't believe me. Uh, yeah, I guess I'm done here. So let me know, man. I want to hear what you guys have to think about this Gsxr Electric, or even anybody from the company. You know. So later on, man.